What is up, you beautiful beings? So just want to hop in, as you can tell, because I want to speak about spiritual bypassing with you today, and how realizing that there's a lot of people in the spiritual community that only talk about positivity, only light, but in reality, when it comes to down, when someone is hurting, they're like, no, we don't have that here. But today, I'm going to be sharing with you is how we spiritual bypass our pain and hide it with trying to be positive all the time. And let me tell you, that could be so exhausting. And honestly, that can numb you to the point you don't allow yourself to feel in order to really heal. So stay tuned to the very end, because this might be for you. Let's jump right in. I don't know what I just did. But what is up, you beautiful beings? Welcome back to another episode on Awaken the Ascension series with your homegirl, Brittany. If you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Brittany Fontenay, as I just clearly just said, but I added my last name. On this channel, I speak about spirituality, emotional awareness, esoteric content, all that good cosmic wisdom to simplify your spiritual journey. But beautiful beings, I wanted to jump on here just to let you know that I am an intuitive healer. And yes, I dive deep into wanting to heal people's wounds. So if you're in a place where you don't understand where you are on your spiritual journey, where you're having troubles facing your anxiety, facing your pains or your addictions, just know all of my services are in the link description below. So get on your healing boo and have no shame in where you are. And just know you are loved and you won't be judged. This is a safe place here for you. But let's jump right into this boobs. I don't know why I say boo a lot. Fuck it. It's love. You know, these past few days, I have been really suffering from anxiety. To the point my root chakra, like my legs, would shake uncontrollably, and I can't. This has never happened to me before in my life, so it's very new to me. And I know on my spiritual journey, it's just a sense of there's so many blockages I haven't really expressed through my root chakra. And the root chakra is all about survival. It's all about when it's blocked by fear. It's blocked by pretty much I like to see the root chakra as the basement. You know, we all don't like to go in the basement, but that is the place where the darkest parts of ourself really lie, because it's where we ground our footprints into this world each and every day to express our authenticity and individuality. So, you know, for these past few days, I've really been suffering with that. And I've been suffering with anxiety. I just said that. Suffering with depression, suffering with sadness. You guys, it was so, the grief was so strong. All I could do was just pray. All I could do was get on my knees. I didn't even know what to do, to be quite honest with you. And the reason why I'm sharing this is because I know if I'm going through this right now, there's a lot of people going through this right now. And to be honest, it has nothing to do with survival. It has nothing to do with it has nothing to do with survival or just changing yourself. What I had to realize is that, you know, we spiritually bypass a lot of our pain. And to me, the spirit holds your true essence, but it mostly holds your emotions. Now, if you're not willing to feel majority of what's going on in your body, which most people don't, we tend to ignore it. And yet we go through our lives wondering why things happen the way that they do, why we have reoccurring patterns and cycles that seem like they just keep repeating themselves. And the reason why is because we have blocked in energy that we haven't allowed ourselves to express. And the reason why we haven't allowed ourselves to express these emotions is because we cover them up by always trying to be strong, by always trying to be positive, by always trying to be light. Don't get me wrong, we are already divine beings. Multi-dimensional beings at that, meaning that we already have light. We already are one with God. I mean, that is our creator. Please just get rid of the label. It's energy. So whatever word you use, just take it as it resonates. But we are one with our creator already. But here's the thing. We can't deny that there is darkness in this world. And that's the most thing people do in the spiritual community, is that they literally bypass the concept of there is darkness, there is pain, there is hurt that we're all feeling. There are people who go through traumas that they don't know how to deal with. And I am one of them. And I had to realize that these past few days have been so rough because I really, really been feeling it. And I want to get on here and I want to express to you that if you deny what you feel, you refuse to heal. So we have to go through these darkest moments, and these darkest parts of ourselves will bring us back to our childhood, will bring us back to all those traumas. And it's not because it's trying to torment us. If we go too far down that rabbit hole, we allow ourselves to be tormented by it. But if we want to reflect on it in order to really question why is it still here, then we have to allow ourselves to feel it. We have to allow ourselves to relive that moment, because it's not here to hurt you. It's here to show you what it is that you need to release in order to be your true self. Now, for example, I see bypassing as like a meter, where, you know, up here is the high vibes, which is joy, which is love, enlightenment. But down here is where shame, grief, guilt, fear, which is where we mostly reside, because we don't feel safe, we don't feel good enough, we don't feel like we accept ourselves, and mostly it comes from we don't forgive ourselves. So instead of wanting to be down here, we're just like, no, I don't want to feel that. So we just do whatever we can to just like, you know, get up there. But knowing that we have this pull, because we're trying to force ourselves to a high vibration, in reality it's like a resistance band. We're trying to get up there, but it's so much resistance, and we're wondering, why can we not be happy? Why can we not be joyful? And you might be just judging yourself and be like, there's something wrong with me. I can't be happy. I can't feel joy. I can't feel bliss. But it's not true. That's not true. You're already joy. You're already bliss. You're already love. The thing is that you have to let go of that resistance and allow yourself to be where you are. Sit where you are. Sit with that pain. Sit with that sadness. Like, I got a mirror right there. You guys, I look at myself in my eyes and I question, why do I feel this way? What is hurting me so much to the point I don't allow happiness? And it does take me down into that pathway of really realizing, wow, I went through this, I went through that. I see how that made me this. I see how that made me that. It was to the point, you guys, that I bottled up the pain so much that I created such a resistance around it. In order to avoid it, I put on personas, I put on masks, I put on so many different aspects of myself to please this world and to please everyone else. And I have no shame in speaking this truth, because who else is going to do it? So I might as well speak the truth, because I want you guys to realize that you don't need to judge yourself. Because I've been called a narcissist a lot in my life, and I never knew what that meant. But I realized when I went down my pain these past few days, I realized I put on so many different acts that I've forgotten who I was. And that created the concept of what people call a narcissist. And a narcissist is someone who portrays who they think they are to not be able to face what they really feel. And I had to honor that. And I had to embrace that. And I'm not saying that, you know, there aren't these such things in people. But what I'm telling you is that don't judge yourself if you realize these unhealthy characteristics that don't serve your highest good. If anything, be thankful for the fact that you can analyze these characteristics, these behaviors, these patterns you have. Because in order to really change, you have to be aware of where you are. And most of us are not happy where we are. And it's because that we haven't allowed ourselves the time to really sit with what is bothering us inside. That doesn't make us happy. That doesn't make us joyful. That doesn't make us feel like we belong here. So what I want to share with you is that enough with the labels. Don't put labels on yourself. If people called you things like a narcissist or selfish, or, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I hurt people with my own words because I was hurt. And, you know, when you could be aware of this, don't judge yourself. Because little do we know, people who are codependent, people who are addicts, people who are narcissists, they are holding on to so much pain that they don't know how to cope with it. And that's how we create a spiritual bypass, by putting on so many different masks, putting on so many different personas, trying to seek validation, trying to seek permission to be your true self, or allow yourself to be fully seen. But this journey is really about seeing yourself. It's about really honoring and embracing who you are to God and to who you are to yourself, not to this world. So don't allow this world to fool you into thinking you're some way, and you think you're that way, but in reality, majority of people outside of us don't even know who they are. So you have to take the responsibility of going within your own heart, going within your own body, and feeling those blockages, feeling those energies, and embracing them. And the reason why I say embracing them is because, yeah, they get pretty dark, but you guys, our darkest moments teach us our most valuable, wisest lessons in order for us to move forward in harmony and to our true vibration, which is love, which is acceptance, which is unconditional. So I want to give you guys some examples of what I've learned through these past few days and analyzing my pain, so you guys can realize that there's nothing wrong with you. There's just pain that you need to feel and cope with in order for you to really truly heal. Because we numb ourselves with addictions, substances, lust, working too much, being too attached to the material world, or being too attached to pain to the point that we don't allow the fog to be cleared so we can really see the big picture. And the big picture is that I'm feeling this way because, you know what, I've been through a lot of things, and I don't want to feel this way anymore, but I gotta feel this, because if I don't feel it, it's gonna keep hurting me, you see? So, for example, I asked myself this really deep question, and that was, one question I have for myself is why I keep believing in these hurtful stories, and what part of me made me think it is who I am. And what I questioned was that I've seen my caregivers embody pain and resentment. You see? My environment as the child, when I was a child, really pushed me into being, someone who was hurtful, someone who was mean, someone who, what people call a narcissist. And I know I should have taken that personally, but I get it now. And it's not like I'm gonna lie to myself, because there's no need. When we lie to ourselves, we're not being true to ourselves. So I also wrote down is that, and I made myself believe that is how life should be, you see? So the reason why that we should analyze all of these emotions, all of these things, is because it is going to take us down to a painful place where we were in our childhood, where we were feeling those things, but we can't get rid of that. No matter where you go, no matter how far you travel, you can't get rid of that. The only way to really free yourself from it, by liberating yourself from it, is by realizing it is a story that you don't have to believe in, but you can be the author of what you want to create next. You have an authority figure within you. Hence, you have the divine willpower within you to create a new revolution and story for yourself and for your lineage to come. And here's the beautiful thing too. When you choose to heal, when you choose to feel, you're healing your lineage, your ancestral line from the past, so they don't ripple in to your future life, and they don't ripple into your children's life, and they don't ripple to your children's life. You get what I'm saying? So you're doing such a service by allowing yourself to feel all of this. Not just for your ancestral line, but for yourself too. Because you deserve to live a blissful life. But it starts with you. But the second one I had is, analyzing those lies showed me to honor what I truly desire and realize. And I have the right to want this. If I feel it, think it, and desire it to be, it is a gift from the Most High. Now, what I mean by that is that in order to know what we truly desire, in order to know, to be true to ourselves, We have to clean ourselves and declutter from these stories, from these patterns, from these pains, from these habits, so we can create space to really get clear within ourselves. Okay, what do I need to let go of in order to allow in what I truly desire? And here's the thing. The things that we truly desire, a burning, burning fucking desire that keeps coming up, that keeps coming up, that keeps coming up, and it doesn't go away, no matter how much you ignore it, no matter how much you think, nah, I could do that, I could take that trip next time, oh, I could be with a better person, even though I like that person, I don't need to talk to them today, you know, realizing all of this, it's like, okay, this burning desire that I have, I think it, I feel it. That means it's something, it came from something bigger than you. That means it is your truth. But in order to know your truth, you have to realize what is not true for you. And that is the pain that you hold on to. That is the story you hold on to. You ever heard that saying that your past is a lesson? It shouldn't be a punishment? It's true. Your past is a lesson to teach you what you need to clear out and realize what is not true within you, that you have been conditioned to believe that is you, so you can create a new way for yourself that is different from your parents, that is different from your childhood, that is different from everyone outside of you, because it's your right to want. And not to want, because want is lack, but it is your right to allow yourself to know your desires and to really realize, I deserve this, and it has every right to be here. So do not bypass what you feel inside, because if you keep doing it, you guys, I had to realize this myself, if I kept doing that, I would still be unhappy, and that's not what I wanted. So if you truly want to be in your bliss and be in alignment with your most highest good, you have to realize what is not serving that good. And not just let it go, but integrate it. Feel it. Integrate it. The darkness is not here to hurt us if we don't allow it. The darkness could be here to teach us what it is that we don't need in our lives in order to truly be of service to ourselves. So you guys, I pray that this video brought some clarity to you, pretty much took the relief off of you. Not the relief off of you, but took the burden off of you, so you have relief and have clarity, like, wow, there's nothing wrong with you. What you're feeling is okay. The pain you're feeling, it's okay. But in order to know happiness, you got to get through that pain. In order to know love, you have to get through that judgment. You have to get through that hatred. And in order to know compassion, you have to get through that resentment. In order to know true joy, you have to get through that sadness. So please, don't be too hard on yourself. You're doing the best that you can, and I am so proud of you. Love yourself. Get rid of the judgment, because judgment is human, and forgiveness is divine. I hope this helps. If you need any of my services, the link is in the description below this video. And if you enjoy my energy, you enjoy these kind of videos, please like, please subscribe. It gets to the algorithm through YouTube, so it could get to other individuals that need to hear this message, because it's all about creating a beautiful community where we can embrace what we've been through, our stories, and build together to build our true divine mission, which is fucking joy, bro. Which is fucking joy and truth. So like this video, subscribe to this channel, hit that notification button so you won't miss any videos, and lastly, follow me on Instagram. But until then, you beautiful beings, I'll see you on the next one. The light within me adores the light within you. Namaste.